family, Iridium. Hope you're doing all right today. Album review time. So, a band called Fiction Syxx. So, Six spelt SYXX for anyone who's having a little search on the internet. And the album called Ghost of My Father's Past. Now, I've been meaning to get round to doing this album. But it's been hectic on the channel. But I finally got round to listening to it. Love this album. Really fits in with everything that I do on the channel. So let me tell you a little bit about the band. They're American. This is out on Melodic Rock Records now. It's their third album, so it's been out. It's already released across all streaming sites, I believe, and you can get all the physical copies as well. Now, let me run you through the band. There's some names here as well. Mark Allen Leno from a band called Persian Risk. He's on the vocals and guitar. J.K. Northrup on guitar, XYZ and King Cobra. Rory Facian on drums. Larry Hart on the bass, he's from King Cobra and Montrose. And Eric Ragnow on keys from the Babies and Jolene Turner. So he's done some work with Jolene Turner as well. So some real, experience across this band for a start. What do they sound like? So we're talking melodic rock, AOR. Really catchy but very technical at the same time, and their technical side is a little bit progressive as well. Not too much, but a little bit. I would say even pulling a little bit from 70s progressive rock, a little bit, but not too much. They are in the melodic rock and hard rock vein, but you could tell some of their influences are from that 70s era. That's what I hear anyway. That's just me. Maybe it's just me, but really recommend this album. It's really a cool listen, a really interesting listen that covers lots of different aspects, all within the melodic rock and hard rock vein, but just touches upon other stuff as well. So running you through the tracks one by one, we got Bleed for the Truth is the first track.
I bleed for the truth. I see all the greatness inside me.
Now, the first thing I noticed was the huge sound of this band and this album. I think some of this comes from the synths as well. They're there giving a real full sound to the band, but they never overtake the music. The guitar is always the main part of this music. I love the guitar melodies throughout this track. Very, very cool indeed. Very busy on the guitar. You can hear everything. It's like almost picking at the guitar. It's a great track to start with. And has a real epic feel as well as being really catchy. One of my favourite tracks actually on the album. Great start. Caught Up in the Moment is next. This is a sort of slow to medium pace song. It sort of has a very cool keyboard intro. I can't tell if it's like a Middle Eastern feel or a slightly sort of Asian sort of sounding music. Very cool though. And then a melodic rock AOR infused track follows. Man, what a solo here. I mean, J.K. Northrup is an amazing guitar player. He really is. And this solo on here is just exceptional. He plays a very clever part, which sort of seems to get quicker and quicker and quicker. It's just amazing. You've got to hear it to believe the solo on this. Just great guitar writing. When a guitarist writes a melody or writes a solo, and it's thought about. It's not just bung together in a little jam. It's actually really well written. Excellent solo on that track. My Father's Ghost is next. This is a bit of a ballad. Kind of a ballad, I would say. The song sort of glides along really nicely in the verses with acoustic guitar. And again, some brilliant guitar melodies sort of leading you into those verses. Brilliant. The chorus really picks up, taking it out of the ballad territory a bit. Again, that solo, man, honestly, brilliant guitar solo on this. One of my favourite songs, My Father's Ghost. Waiting, Wondering is next. This is a proper ballad. Piano and vocal here with some synth touches. And that's all you get throughout this song. So it's very mellow. Singer is absolutely brilliant here, showing that his voice, like in isolation with just a piano, is just top notch. Great song. History Comes Tumbling Down is next. A heavy riff accompanied by those synths again, kicking off, giving that full sound. The guitar sort of takes a little bit of a breather here in the verses, and it sort of allows the synths and the bass to guide them more than the guitar. You get a synth solo here. So this is where they sort of touch upon that 70s rock, prog rock sort of stuff, sort of showing that, you know, influence a little bit. A catchy chorus though. This ain't a prog album, by the way. It just has those little prog feels here and there. This place called Life is next. Again, those slightly Middle Eastern feels for me here. This is a slow to medium paced track, a bit more of a straightforward chorus than what we've heard so far on the album. A bit of an AOR feel, I would say, to this song. Innocence is next. We hear that 70s prog influence a little bit more here. This is another ballad, and acoustic guitar helps the verses sort of glide along beautifully in this one. I love this song, and it leads into a very cool chorus that is sort of understated a little bit, but sort of grows every time you hear it. By the end of the song, I was hooked. A great track. This time the solo just follows like a simple melody, which is cool. It just shows you that there's more to it than that real cool trickery. You can do some simple melodies as well, which just really works on certain songs just like this one. Whispers in the Dark is next. Love this one. Very cool intro starts. And then I sort of feel like I'm having a sort of 80s film track, sort of Escape from New York, John Carpenter feel on this. Very cool with those synths. And they come in and out of the song actually, so very good indeed. A very nice AOR chorus here, very melodic and catchy. The band are very good at writing catchy melodies. I love the solo again, playing over a very nice sort of stuttering rhythm section before going into the solo proper. And then there's some real technical playing and sort of tagging a twin lead on the end as well. Absolutely amazing. Beyond the Shadows is next.
You gave me life, you gave me hope to guide me through the darkness.
This is another ballad. Twin lead start and into a sort of mellow, clean vocal. A brilliant chorus that's sort of really uplifting. And of course, it's melodic as hell. It really is, like everything on this album. Not sure why, but I get some sort of slight Queensryche feels here. In the verses and the bridge to the chorus, not the chorus so much, but the chorus is sort of pure AOR melodic rock. Very cool indeed. And they finish on a bit of a surprise actually. I was wondering when it got to the track whether it is actually the track that, you know, I was thinking it was, Children of the Sea by Black Sabbath from the Heaven and Hell album. So it's not often bands do the Dio period. I almost always hear sort of Aussie covered songs, so it's nice to hear the best period of Sabbath covered here on Children of the Sea. They do a great job actually adding the sort of own sound to it at the same time, but keeping the sort of feel of that song still. Very cool indeed. A great cover to end the album. I probably would have preferred one of their own songs, but that's just me. You know, I like covers, but I want to hear like the band's new songs. But it's cool. They obviously love the Dio period of Sabbath. Who doesn't? Definitely recommend this one. Fiction Syxx, Ghost of My Father's Past. If you like your stuff really melodic and catchy with a little tiny bit of prog influence with some amazing guitar work, check it out. Fiction Syxx, Ghost of My Father's Past. I'll see you next time.